Hello, everyone. I'm Atara, but you can call me Mrs. Izzy. Welcome to Mrs. Izzy's Storytime, where we dive into a world of magical books. Ever felt the enchantment of opening a book? It's like stepping into new worlds, meeting new friends, and discovering incredible adventures. Here, we celebrate imagination and diversity, inspiring you to be your very best. So whether you're young or young at heart, grab a book, get cozy, and join our journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Amazing stories await. Let's read. Today's magical journey begins with this book, Rocket Says Speak Up, written by Nathan Bryon and illustrated by Dapo Adola. Tomorrow is my favorite day of the week. It's new book day. Every Friday after school, Mom, Jamal, he's my big brother, and I go to the library to borrow our new books for the week. Did you know there are over 2 million new books published every year? I read more books than anyone else in my family. I used to find reading difficult, but the more I do it, the better I get. Jamal says I eat books for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but the thought of eating books is gross. Ugh. Jamal says he likes books about history, but we only ever see him reading books about romance. I love all kinds of books. Books that teach me unbelievable facts, books that take me on adventures, and books about great people who changed the world. I've been reading about Rosa Parks. Did you know Rosa Parks led a famous protest? She had been told to give up her seat on a bus to a white man just because of the color of her skin, and she said no. The library is in a huge building that used to be a theater. It's a bit old and dusty, but I love it. There are books everywhere. The library is mainly for quiet reading, but sometimes authors and illustrators come to read stories, and then it can get really noisy. Today, Layla the librarian hands me a book she thinks that I'll love. She always has the best recommendations. She also gives me a party invitation. I love parties. But Layla says it's a goodbye party. There isn't enough money to keep the library open, so it has to close down. Oh, no! The next day, everybody goes to the library closing party, but it doesn't feel like a party. There is food, but no one is eating. There are books, but no one is reading. Everyone just looks sad. Nobody wants the library to close. There must be something we can do. On Monday at school, I start speaking up about the libraries and how wonderful they are. Did you know there have been libraries for over 5,000 years? Did you know one overdue library book was returned after 288 years? Did you know there are libraries in Portugal with families of bats that eat book-damaging bugs? By the end of the day, everyone in my class wants to stop the library from closing too. But what do we do? What can we do? We need to speak up. But how? I've got it. We'll have a peaceful protest like Rosa Parks did. We work together to get prepared and spread the word. Our teachers, our parents, and Layla the librarian all help. And by the weekend, we are ready to go. Save our library. Lots of people join our peaceful protest outside the library. They're all wearing my favorite outfit. We look amazing. We're so loud, we can probably be heard from the moon. With everyone speaking up together, surely someone will listen. After the peaceful protest, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that everyone is talking about our protest. It's even on TV and the internet. The bad news is that day after day after day, nothing has changed. The library is still closing. What was the point? But one day the mail comes. No one ever sends me letters. And it's not just one or two. There are hundreds. They're from people who saw the peaceful protest, and they're amazing. Dear Rocket, I saw your protest from my bedroom window the other day, and I was super inspired by how you got everyone in the community to care about the library. That library is one of my favorite places in the whole world, and I want to help you save it. Noah. While I'm reading the letters, the doorbell rings. And it's the mayor of our town. She explains that people around the world were inspired by our protest, and lots of them have given money to help save the library. She thanks me for speaking up and gives me an invitation to a celebration. This sounds like a party I definitely want to go to. The library celebration is awesome. The mayor tells us that enough money was raised to refurbish the library and buy lots of new books. There is food and everyone's eating. There are books and everyone is reading. Suddenly, we hear a loud beep. What's that? It's Layla the librarian with a huge bus. The money people raised also helped to buy a new traveling library that lives in the bus. Layla says we can all help out, bringing books to people everywhere. I'm so proud of you, Rocket, says Mom. Never stop speaking up. I'm proud of me, too. And of everyone, I'm so glad we all spoke up together. Did you know one day you're going to write a book that changes the world and people will read it in the library? The end. Here is how you can speak up and make a difference. Read up. Find books that inspire you. Here are some suggestions. Stand Up, Speak Up by Andrew Joyner. Enough. 20 Protesters Who Changed America by Emily Easton. Vote for Our Future by Margaret McNamara. Speak Up. Here are 3 tips to empower you to use your voice. Stand up for what you believe in. Find a cause that matters to you. Team up with others. A chorus of voices is more likely to be heard. And never give up. Change can take time, but don't be discouraged if you don't see results right away. And take action. For more information on how you can get involved in your community, visit rootsandshoots.org/4-youth. Thank you for joining us at Miss Izzy's Storytime today. I hope that you enjoyed our adventure through the pages of this wonderful story. Remember, the magic of storytelling doesn't end here. Keep exploring, keep reading, and keep imagining. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share our videos with your friends, and hit that subscribe button. Your support keeps these stories alive. Until next time, happy reading, and remember, you are never too old, too wacky, too wild to pick up a book and read to a child. Stay curious, stay kind, and keep the magic of stories alive in your hearts. Bye for now, and see you on our next adventure. Take care.